I'm streaming.
Where's your coat, sir?
I know you ain't talking to one who wore a bed sheet this morning.
It's not a bed sheet. It's a jacket. It's just light.
Right. A bed
It's
sheet.
still a covering. You don't have anything on.
I don't have anything on.
You don't have a
So everybody
covering on.
sees the bishop naked right now because Lady Womack said, I don't have anything on.
You don't have
Our
a
numbers are going to
coat
shoot
on.
through the roof.
Where is your coat?
You know you ain't. You know you had a little sheet on
It's
this
not a
this
sheet.
morning.
It's a jacket.
Cough talking about, God help me.
I did that.
All right. So anyway, hey, that don't mind y'all. I have nothing on. All right. I see the victory I hear the sound. I see the victory I hear the sound. Everybody. This is my year. Everybody, this is my year. I'm rising high. No more delays. It's time to fly. I'll be all God has planned for me. Over and living free. This is my year. Oh, this is my year. Everybody, this is my year. I'm standing tall, tall, tall. How do I be? I'll have it all. No holding back. I claim my place. I'm moving power. I'm running this race. This is my year. Tell somebody, this is my year. This is my year. No more fear. No more doubt. I know what my life's all about. Doors open, chains are gone. I step in faith. I'm moving on. So damn like a phenomenon. How my life got so much armor on this my year. Yeah, already told me, have no fear. No, the devil can't hold me. And I'm so blessed. Can I repeat you without stress? Your money can't save you. Only for a little bit. Can't buy joy. I'd rather have happiness than I can enjoy. Baby boy on the way. It's all I ever see. Show you the ropes. It's gonna be a better me. Wake up every day telling God that I'm thankful for the little things that you do. So grateful. Used to be distressed with things couldn't control. Now I'm on top of things. I'm in the fold. Yeah, I have faith and believe that's the only way. We should go, man. We should tell them there be better days. Yeah, this is my year. Tell your neighbor, this is my year. Pulling back, I claim my place. I'm moving power. I'm running this race. This is my year. This is my year. I'm rising high. No more delays. It's time to watch this lady. She's not looking for me. And living free. This is my year. This is my year. This is your year. You don't even realize it. I know what my life's all about. Doors are open. Chains are gone. I step in faith and I'm moving on. This is my year. I'm standing tall. I'll do. I'll be. I'll have it pulling back. I claim my place. I'm moving power. I run this race. This is my year. I see the victory. I hear the sound. Blessings raining all around. Healing, favor, overflow. This is my time. This is my year. Oh, how many of you believe that? Everybody, if you know this is your year, comment right now. This is my year. I ain't talking about next year and the next year and next year after that. I'm talking about right now. This is my year. And because this is your year, next year going to be a greater year for you. But right now, let's focus on right here and right now. You might have noticed a very peculiar subject about using the trump card. Using the trump card. The Lord gave me some awesome messages and a word that I want to actually share with you. And this is probably going to be part one. As we're meeting up with my daughter. It's her solar return, and we're going to have a magnificent time. Manacia. Hey. I love Manacia. Hey, we love Manacia. Yes, yes. And I'm gonna say something too. I don't. She might not be watching because she might be on her way. But anyway, um, I I see I see some hunger and a thirst for her. Yeah. And I see some improvement. And I don't say that. I'm not saying that critically. I'm saying I thank God for her. Yes. You know, she's been through a lot of stuff, but God hand is on her. Yes. And today, when she watches this later, if she's not watching it now, um, I believe this is her year. Amen. I believe this is her year. What you say, Lady Womack? I say that for sure. I agree with that, and it just shows you there's a difference between. Gotta talk loud. I agree with that. Trying to use that sexy voice. We ain't home, babe. And that just shows you there's such a difference between being like an online member versus an in-person member. Because she used to be an online. She was an online member, but she relocated to be closer to us. And from what? Of course, was it North Carolina or South Carolina? I think North Carolina. And what I think she didn't realize, that was very dangerous what they did. Yeah. I think she didn't realize at first that just because you're in person doesn't mean you don't have to work. You still have to put in the work. Oh, you still have to wholeheartedly put in the effort, but you can see the difference between being up close and personal. And so yes, I definitely see more of a hunger. Yeah. I definitely see more of a seriousness. I thank God. I thank God because we needed somebody out of our daughters and sons to actually make the move. Yeah, yeah. The first move. Because sometimes it takes one of the siblings to encourage the other siblings. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And siblings influence each other. They influence each other. Whether for good or for bad. Yeah. You know. So, and I thank God. I thank God for her hunger, her thirst, and I really thank God that she and this is not a show about her. We want to talk about this trump card, but I I really feel she doesn't even realize she's holding a trump card. Wow. This is a I said to her yesterday, you're starting with new opportunities, a new page and stuff. And I believe it's going to trickle down even to some other people as well. And it could be people we don't even know that might be connecting, So anyway, there you go. Did you want to say something else before I get into this? Because I know some people tuned in and go, what? The Trump card? What are you talking about? You want to say something else? I will say to that comment, hear the whole sum of the matter. Yeah, and I can't do it all right now. Can't do it all right now. I almost want to play my song again.
Oh man,
So
I love every version. I love the original, and I
watch,
love
be
all
careful
the
because you're
different
trying to squeeze through
versions.
here, and only one car is supposed to be in this lane. This is like one lane, not a two lane.
Yes, I started to take the highway, but I wasn't sure if it'd be crowded. So
Okay. So anyway, um, I wrote down a lot. I love filling notebooks up when God gives me revelation and insight. I just love. So I just filled I just filled this one up today. And God gave me so much insight. Man, I still hear this is my year. It's like I wanna play it one more time.
one more again.
One more time. Let me just play a little bit, y'all, and then I'll talk about this trump card because here you want to hear what I'm going to say because if you've been struggling financially, if you always been seen, it always seemed like you've been the last one to get the good news, or you've always been lacking, or you always been slacking, or you've always been the one that seems like you're always struggling. You want to actually stay tuned and hear part one, part two. This might be go to part five and hear because this is the greatest opportunity. There are people that they're very upset at what's going on politically, and that's because they have blinders on. They don't really see what God is actually doing. And God is actually he's leveling, am I saying that right? Leveling the playing ground for the poor.
Mm.
He's which you couldn't get him, for instance. And I told people to get out of Bitcoin a certain time. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Bitcoin.
When people were starting to get heavily in it, you had already started telling people pull out.
I told people to get into Bitcoin when it was 30 cents.
Wow.
Right? And then you had a bunch of bishops and prophets. They was holding seminars telling people, Bishop Womack was saying get in Bitcoin. They didn't tell the people the other part that I said. the we got in a bad zone. Let me wait till you move up. And people were complaining because the brother was basically trying to get back some of his money. But the insight, we were talking at that time in our groups, and some of you might remember a lot of brothers came over from Maryland. I don't know if you remember. And at that time, we were talking about getting Bitcoin, get it. It's going to be big. Now, that was years ago at 30 cents. And then Bitcoin went up to $98,000 for one Bitcoin.
That's amazing.
So people couldn't, if you didn't have, yeah, I saw it. If, yeah, some people be asleep around this time too, tired from work. So if you couldn't afford buying one Bitcoin, $98,000, you had to get what's called fractional. Okay. Tell people get out of it. Dude, Bitcoin today is $78,000. So that means if you would have lost about what $20,000. I told people get out of it. Now doesn't mean that you're gonna stay out of it, but right now, I mean, who the majority of people they can't get $78,000. Unless you have you have a few million, and you could do that. I told people XRP. Some people got an XRP. Now XRP actually had went up to $3. It dropped down to $1.
Really?
Yeah. Now you want to get your Trump card. A lot of people are talking. They're upset at Trump is, and you don't know the hand of God. God only allows. Let me say it this way: God only allows someone to be in office based on what America or any country deserves.
Yeah, true.
You only get what you deserve. And this is an opportunity. It's actually a blessing if your eyes are open spiritually and your ears are open spiritually, because what's going to happen is that if you don't have a lot of money over the next 4 years, even though everybody else is going to be complaining, see, you got to understand how the rich get rich. The rich don't get rich because they buy high. They get rich because they buy. What's happening? Like, people are complaining about the stocks. Hello? See, when I was telling people way back to get involved in Berkshire, right? Berkshire, people were complaining, and people could have done it at that time. You could have invested $500. Now the stock is $700,000 for one. Y'all not hearing me? And there's a whole bunch of other things I was telling people, get involved in this if you got a little bit of money. $700,000. Now check this out. Check this out. There are more opportunities. And if you got $50 or $100, or just go ahead and jump in your car and do some Uber Eats, some Uber Lyft, or whatever else thing is out there. Get a side hustle. See, in order to make a lot, you don't need a lot. You just need a little. And you need to be consistent in the little. This is where I want to get into the trump card. So people are complaining about the stock and complaining about the bond market and complaining about even precious metals zoomed down. Went down today, I think $64 down. That's a lot. Yeah, remember I told you something was going to happen Monday? Yeah. Remember I told you something was going to happen Monday? And we are in a recession right now, and people are pointing the finger at Trump, but this is your opportunity to use the Trump card, because this is your year. Now, all right, Bishop, that don't make any sense. Yes, because what the poor could not afford, now the poor can afford. Everything is on sale. Everything is on sale. Everything is on sale. The S&P 500 is on sale. Everything is on sale. Everything is on sale. Silver is on sale. Gold is on sale. Palladium is on sale. Platinum is on sale. Oil is on sale. Stocks are on sale. Everything is on sale. And all you need is a little, because little makes much. Oh, this is my year. Y'all got to learn how to use the Trump card. Stay with me. Everything on sale. I need to do a song called Everything on Sale. Hold it. Y'all didn't get what I said. You don't need a lot of money to make a lot of money. God tells us in his word, all you need is a seed. And if you have a seed, it will meet your need. And see, some of you didn't know that you just needed a seed. Now I'm not taking no offering. I'm telling you how to get an offering for yourself. Now, maybe you don't understand about stock. Maybe you don't understand about, and I'm gonna tell you, XRP, which I told some people made some money on it. Now everything is on sale. Now you can get XRP for $1 and some change. For $1 and some change. And I would stay connected to a prophetic voice to know when to enter and when to exit. Okay? The digital currency that is going, there's just so much. It's on sale. It's dropping. The stock market, it's on sale. Let me write down what the, I mean, not write down. Let me read what I put together. The Lord gave me, because some of you don't know what a trump card is. Listen, I'm going to give it to you the way the Spirit gave it to me. What is a trump card? Okay, a trump card comes from card games. Okay, a trump card comes from card games. It's a special card that overrides all others. It's a and what has happened since President Donald Trump got in office? He took away a whole but what is it, DEI? I mean a whole lot of stuff. Yeah. He just overrid it, overrode it, and override it. Okay, a trump card overrides all others. No matter what others play, if you drop the trump card, you win that hand. And if you complain about this, you don't see the blessing that's involved in this. And there are opportunities. Some of you need to look up the Robin Hood app. Okay, there's a Robin Hood app. Okay, I can teach you. That's for I was wondering why you was breaking to.
I was gonna go over there, and then I decided to stay here because I saw that bus that's gonna move slowly.
You can't get that. That's heavy. You was struggling lifting 15 pounds today. You was at the gym. I gave her 15 pounds. She was like, "Oh, am I right? Or am I wrong? Watch it. Am I right? Or am I wrong?"
Yes, but that
You were struggling with 15 pounds.
But that's
Was it 15 pounds?
It was 15.
Was it 15 pounds?
Yes.
Did you struggle?
Yes, it was 15 pounds, and I struggled.
Now,
however, I don't like that machine that presses up against my chest. It does not feel
you were
comfortable.
struggling before you got on that.
I don't struggle with like 15 pounds, like just curls or lats or something, but
she's detouring from my trump card.
It hurts my chest. It's like I hate that machine that presses against my xiphoid process.
You got all that extra cushion though.
Okay, so now that's the way we.
Anyway, yes.
It's like sternum crusher, and I hate that machine.
But you got that extra cushion. That shouldn't hurt you. 15 pounds. All right, let's get back to the trump card. So you familiar with a trump card?
Yes.
It's the. But you want me to turn it towards you?
No, I just was saying.
I can. It's the card that overrides all the cards. So a lot of people getting discouraged, especially with all of these extra tariffs, and people don't realize. I know exactly what he's doing. He is trying to actually collapse a system. He's and people don't understand the system we have anyway is already broken.
It's very broken. It's very
and we don't even realize why it's broken because most people and I gotta probably do this in part two, but most people don't know what we trust in is backed up by absolutely nothing.
And they can print money anytime they want.
And it's just paper.
And they usually print more when there's war.
And,
so it's
and the U.S. Treasury website says what about hold on. What does the U.S. Treasury website say about
the money, the currency,
about this?
That is backed by the trust of the people? Something like that?
No, it says it's backed by nothing. It says it on the website. Y'all could go to the U.S. Treasury. It says backed by nothing except the trust of the people. Meaning, as long as you trust this, we'll keep printing.
Wow. It's like monopoly money. It has no value.
It has no value. And if you study history, actually, all you got to do is go look at Guatemala just not too long ago. Go study Guatemala, and all their money absolutely was as useless as toilet paper, except toilet paper is useful. And guess what? Go back into history some more and look up Germany. Yeah. So most people don't even know what money is. And we are in a recession. And this is what you don't understand. You think that when you're in a recession, we're losing money. When you're in a recession, it's not you losing money, and maybe you could if you understand really what a recession is. Recession means that now money is in somebody else's hand instead of your hand. Some of you ain't get that. Money is in somebody else's hand instead of your hand. And if you don't know what to do and you're not prepared, and this is a wonderful time to use that trump card, because some of you might have an extra five, an extra 10 around, and that extra five and that extra 10 can grow like I don't know what if you just know what to do. Seed can meet your need if you know exactly what. Now we've been doing homesteading and planting, and some of you take seeds and you put it in dirt and nothing grows. Others use soil and something grows. Now I know some of you think dirt and soil is the same thing. It's not. And some people use peat moss, compost, fertilizer. Y'all not hearing me? And there are different grades of soil. Some of you don't realize you got to have nitrogen. You know what else? See, you haven't been listening to the lessons.
Yeah, no, phosphorus and potassium.
Phosphorus and
It's
potassium.
just right now, I feel like, am I on the right road?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
Everybody stretch your hand this way. Because I've been dealing with this over the last few weeks.
It's like right now, I just couldn't.
Everybody put
picture
your
it.
hand this way. Let's pray for our first lady.
Couldn't picture the place. Yes, nitrogen.
Lord, work on those
phosphorus,
mental
and
grooves.
potassium.
Work on those neurons.
Nitrogen helps.
Work on those neurons, Lord. I need her around. Because I sure don't want to deal with no other female. By God, keep her around.
Been training me for 21 years, 21 and a half. We're at 21 and a half.
I like the way. Hold on, say that again. I like the way she said that. Some women don't like that. What? She a puppy?
Me for
She a puppy?
Bark like a dog. 21 and a half years.
Yeah, I got it just like I wanted now. So ooh, Jesus.
Would have to start over.
Oh, I would not start over. I would not start over. Nope. I'd just be a freaking hermit, man. No. Anyway.
So that's it right there. Nitrogen, potassium,
phosphorus.
Phosphorus and potassium. The nitrogen helps the leaves. The phosphorus helps like the fruit and the flower, and the potassium.
So a lot of people are putting seed. A lot of people are putting seed in dirt, and there's no mineral content. There's no nutrition. There's nothing to help it germinate properly. And you can actually have leaves but no fruit. Oh my God. We got to show y'all our garden or show you some of our garden beds and so forth later. But this is important. This is the opportunity. Don't you dare. This is the I told her don't dare to like you about to gonna run a light. This is the opportunity to learn what to do and how to find fertile ground that has the proper balance, because you have what is called 10-10-10, 20-20-20, or 14-8-10. Those are numbers of mineral content that makes things grow, and a lot of you don't know how to make things grow. And I'm telling you, this is the season. Is Ecclesiastes. You remember I did this teaching. Every believer should have minimum seven, seven, seven investments. Seven, not less than seven. And then the scripture says, and you can add one if you're doing good with the seven, or eight.
Wow.
You remember that?
Yes, I do.
Seven. There should be seven streams of income that are like investments to you. Less than that, and that's going to be your trust. See, when you understand the trump card, the trump card, David did not look like he qualified for the giant. David did not, but he had a trump card But he did not look like he looked like just a shepherd boy. He didn't look like a warrior. He didn't look like a fighter. He actually looked like a little punk. He looked like someone that didn't qualify. But he had a trump card. You know what his trump card was? His slingshot. Everybody else had sophisticated weapons. They had sophisticated spears and armor. Even Saul tried to get him to take his armor and wear his armor. He said, I can't go with this. I can't go with this. This is going to restrict me. This is going to get me killed. But I got a trump card. I got a trump card. And guess what? If you look at it, it don't look like it'll do anything to that giant. And God is about to reveal to you your trump card, where to everybody else, it's hilarious. It makes no sense. It seems like, man, you stupid. What? What? This is ridiculous. This this is a time of racism, and this is a time of the depression of the black man and all. People, don't be conformed to what everybody else is being conformed to, because you're gonna get tricked. This is an opportunity. You'll find where there's opposition, there's always a door of opportunity. God always surrounds an opposition with the birth of an opportunity of a miracle. We're living in a time right now, things you can't afford, things that seem impossible, that all you need to do is tap into the spirit of the Most High and find out your trump card. And I'm telling you, I got a whole list of things you ain't even thought about, that this is a perfect time. It's amazing that the president's name is Trump. Yes. God is saying you can, in the midst of, I don't care what kind of tariff that goes on, I don't care what goes on. And I think China just got hit with something where I think it's 50%. I got to double check. I think it's 50%, and a couple other countries 50%. But guess what? We can we can trump. We can triumph. We can trump and triumph in it. And years ago, we were prophesying and didn't even know we were prophesying about. And the scripture said, as well as the song, blow the trumpet in Zion, Zion, sound the alarm in my holy mountain, blow the trumpet in Zion, Zion, sound the alarm. This is a time of victory. This is not a time of defeat. This is not a time. Mm-mm. And some of you might say, well, I ain't got enough money. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. There's money all over around you. You just don't see it. Yeah. There's money all around you. You just don't see it. That's why you want to connect with a prophetic voice. And you want to connect. And if you don't have no coach in your life, you need a coach in your life. You need a mentor in your life, because I'm telling you, there's money all around you. You walk over it. You pass by it all the time. And some of you practice laziness for too long. This is why you don't see it. This is why you don't feel it. This is why you can't be it. But I'm telling you, listen to the next few sessions and streams that I'm going to do. And I'm gonna point out some stuff to you that's gonna be a blessing to you. Pull out your trump card. You want to say something? I'm super excited. I really believe this wholeheartedly that this is a time of opportunity for those who will, first of all, be connected with the source. You have to be connected with the source. And then when you hear a prophetic voice like yours, appreciate the jewels that are coming from your mouth, and not be so quick to say, because I think sometimes people get blinded by, well, they don't like Trump, or they don't like this, or they don't like that. A lot of things aren't really for you to like or necessarily understand. It's just for you to trust the process, follow the Most High and the ones that He's appointed, meaning the prophet of your life, and you can really prosper. And I really believe this is a time, the next 3.5 years, that we are really going to prosper. And I believe it's a time to make some major transformations. I think major changes are coming. And if you're on the right side
they're gonna come for your favor, for your benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. See now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And I'm gonna get more into this, but everybody should have 7 ventures. And if you need some help, and need to know what 7. Because I know some of you having a struggle. Are you supposed to turn here? No. Some of you might be having a struggle saying, man, I ain't got one venture going on that's advantageous or bringing a return. Listen, I'm telling you, there's something, the prophet always says this because a lot of people don't realize this is why you need a prophetic coach. The prophet says this in the Old Testament. What's in your house?
Isn't that something?
What's in your house?
Oh, and that was a time of hardship.
That was a time. That woman became rich.
Oh my God.
But she thought she was poor. Because she did not have a prophet connecting her to the consciousness of what was in her house. Because that's all money is. Wow. It's consciousness that's in your house.
Oh my gosh. Woo. Oh, see. Wow,
I tell you,
that's so powerful.
And a lot of you don't recognize what's in your house. We just did a thing that just kind of messed some people up when I was asking them a simple question. Then after that, I started just making a long list about what's your skill set.
Yeah.
That kind of messed people up because they never, people would say all kinds of stuff. No, what's your skill set? And sometimes we don't know the answer until we're faced with the question.
Oh, that's awesome. Gosh, that's really good.
The Lord gave it to me to tell you. You don't know the answer until you're faced with the question.
Oh my God.
So I'm letting y'all know, XRP. I would say keep away from Bitcoin right now, and there's a whole lot of other things. Listen, just stay connected because we're at our destination. But I'm gonna tell you this. You want to get your Trump card. You want to get your Trump card and use your Trump card. And y'all stop complaining about the president and pray for him. Because I don't really like none of them. But I love the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords.
Amen. And I pray
Seriously,
for him daily.
I pray for him. I don't trust none of them.
I don't trust anybody.
I don't trust Democrats, Republicans, Libertarian Party as well.
Right.
But whoever God got in office, because God, nobody is, America gets what it deserves.
Yeah.
We got the last guy, Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe and what's the other one? We got them all.
The name that shall be made nameless.
We got all of the presidents that we had because we deserved it. Mm-hmm. We deserved it. Mm-hmm. And whoever comes next, we deserve that. Wow. All right? But things can change. Yeah. And we can take advantage of situations if we stay connected to the source of our total supply and our every need. Now, I didn't even get into the detail of this Trump card. Man, he looked familiar. Really? Yeah. Looked like a movie actor. He might be.
I'm pretty good at
looks like I seen him. Yeah, he looks like a.
Because I'm pretty. I
seen him in a movie. Yeah. So anyway, wow. Did you want to say anything before I close out? Because I didn't even get into the message, but some of y'all know you got a Trump. David had a Trump card. Some of y'all don't know you have a Trump card to bring a giant down in your life. And I want to show you and reveal to you. And there's 7 ventures you need to get involved in. I told you I'm doing the month of April. I'm about to do some extreme. Oh, we need to take that, put that in the back. Put that in the back. You know what? I ain't worried about that.
Yeah, because they'll be able to get it anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, I just got to play just a little. Oh, wrong one. I wasn't supposed to play it out. Anyway, no.
It's a different version.
It's a different version, but that's okay. All right, let's see. How do I turn this off? So God bless you all. Everybody make a comment. Make a comment if something synchronized with you. Make a comment. Make a comment. Make a comment. And if you want to learn about how to actually have 7 streams of income and also investing. I call it kingdom investing. Hit me up in the comments or hit me up. Is that gonna close? Or hit me up in my email, bishop@bishopwomack.com. You ever put that in there before?
Mhm. Yes, sir.
Bishop@bishopwomack.com.